Hello, everyone. It is your favorite person, Haley Houston, and welcome to genealogy number 4. So, I'm going to take you on a journey of my ancestors, and I'm going to start at the beginning. So, let me go. I want to share my screen. Share. Sounds, optimize view sharing. Let's do side by side. And wallpaper, let's make it pretty. Or what's this one? Oh, oh, ancestral. It's ancestral. Okay, it's beautiful. I'm gonna go with that one, or is this the stars? Oh, it's a party one. I'm gonna go with this one. Okay, so share options. I think we can do this. You are sharing your screen. Okay. Here we go. So I'm gonna minimize this for a second. I'm gonna bring up the internet. Let me just make sure you guys can see. Okay, good. Let's start with, okay, so the very first ancestry account that I ever had was in 2017 or so. I went with www.ancestry.com. Now, there are variations of this website. There's ancestry.com, ancestry.ca, ancestry.au, ancestry.com/UK, and all of them are for different countries but remain for the same objective. Now, the one that I had second was ancestry.ca, and now I have ancestry.com/UK. I have my genealogist working with my ancestry.ca account, or is it .uk? Oh, .co, sorry. Ancestry.co.uk, that's it. So we're going to work on the website that my genealogist is not using, because I don't want to overlap what she's doing or what he's doing. Common ancestors you share with DNA matches. Oh, this is good. Okay. I'm not sure what you guys can totally see, but this is my home page. Oh, what's going on? Oh, there it goes. This is my home page, and maybe I'll zoom in because I don't know what you guys can and can't see. So this is my profile, my home page. It shows my profile account name. And if I click on it, I can see profile, account settings, gift memberships, family groups, and sign out. Over here is the question mark. You can find your support center, Ancestry Academy, community, hire an expert, which I've done, or your site status. Here you can find all of your messages with your family. So as you can see, I have a couple here that are showing. You can get notifications from your account on the bell one, and on the leaf, you can find all your hints for your family trees. And you can make as many as you want. Over here, you can see my card is empty because I don't have any current items I want to purchase, but I recently just upgraded my account to membership all UK and Ireland records on Ancestry, which is kind of helpful at the same time, not, because I live in Canada and a lot of my family members that I have met are in Canada, United States, and ironically, I just met a third cousin from Portugal or Brazil. Sorry, she speaks Portuguese. She's from Brazil. Okay, so, and she said that we are related on my indigenous line. So that was like a major heart bomb because I, for some reason, I thought my indigenous ethnicity was so small that it was just noise and it didn't matter. But it does matter because all of the ethnicities that make you you are important in the grand scheme of your body, your mind, your soul, your spirit. What makes your flesh is what comes into your ethnicity. It doesn't matter how small or how big the portion is, it made you. And so I was really upset the other day because I found out that I'm 100% European and I didn't understand the concept that even the smallest amount meant something because a lot of people don't believe it means anything. So we're going to continue. On this section here, you can see my name, my picture. I have 824 people on the current DNA connected tree that I have. Here I can view my hints if I click on it. Underneath, you'll see my membership, DNA membership, all UK and Ireland records and ancestry. And there's availability to upgrade to all different types. And I can view my DNA results by clicking here. Now, there are billions of historical records on Ancestry. If you have a name, a first, middle, last name, a place lived, and a birth year on a person you're wanting to explore, all you have to do is click the information in the search bar, click search, or you can go to advanced search for additional information. Now, special record collection includes the UK census record because my account is related to the UK. It shows the years along here. More collections would be birth, marriage, death, including parish. Parish means like the church they were at or the denomination of religion. The military records, immigration and travel, including passenger lists, card catalog, list of data collections. Now, I haven't checked that part out yet. I think that is new or it's just for the UK. I've never seen card catalog before. Tools and resources. I have a shoebox, new and updated collections, a message board, and an Ancestry Academy. You can click on here if you need to know more about how to use the website. Other services would be to hire an expert, which I've done, or you can travel to your ancestral homeland. Now, this is a fantastic resource because if you are not sure what your homeland is, do your research. If you don't know where you're from, do your research. Or you can give a gift subscription. So if you have a family member that you know can't afford the website, you can buy a gift subscription, which I've done for the woman that raised me, but she threw mine out. I paid almost $300 for that test, and then she said, "Oh, I let it expire." So she wasted $300 and she wasted my time and my DNA and her DNA. But nonetheless, I prove she's not related to me. So never mind. So the family tree I've been looking at currently, I've named it Timmins/Gigante, also pronounced Giganti, family tree theory. Now I've called it theory because in theory, I'm not sure who my biological mother is. So if I go over here and scroll over to trees, I can click, and the first one that comes up is Timmins Gigante Family Tree Theory. I can click here, and I'll get the family tree that I've built. Now I'll zoom in. This is called a horizontal tree. There's also a vertical tree, a fan tree, a list, a charts and report, and tree mapper as well. So I've listed my spouses and children here. I don't know why that says E. E. Timmons Nichols. Oh, because that's Elizabeth's first letter of her name. I was like, why is it saying that? Oh, I just got a text message from a fantabulous person, Giza Wardofa Mako. So he is the leader and the founder of the Multicultural Association in Stratford, Ontario, and I just started volunteering with him. I told him in my text, I said, my speech is 22 minutes long, but it's very important for impact and serious discussion will probably happen based on my speech. I think it's worth listening to for 22 minutes. And he commented, perfect. Yay! That's amazing. So the thing is, I'm going to be speaking at International Women's Day event. I'm a guest speaker, and I will be speaking on women's issues, women's topics, and I will make a secondary video so that I can share my speech with you guys before I go in on March 8th. And you guys can let me know what you think. Give me your opinions. I want comments and rebuttals, debates on topics that are in my speech. And I want to hear your opinions, guys. I want to know how you feel about women's issues and my personal story. So, anyway, moving on. This is the tree. It's clean. A horizontal tree is very clean looking, which is easy to read, but you don't see the generations with this tree. If you want to see the generations, click vertical and it'll show you all the generations a little bit more. And if you want to see just the basics, I would choose the fan chart. As you can see, I just got a couple of hints. So do you see where these green are highlighted? That means that ancestry found an ancestor that might be related in the family tree to, the person underneath their section. And it just keeps going, which is nice. Oh man, you'll have to excuse me. I'm running a cold lately. Woke up the other day with a bad sore throat, and I've had a stuffy, runny nose, which is a contradiction, but that's what it is. And yeah, just a bit of a cold with this season. So I'll go back to horizontal. As you can see, this line is continuing. The Gigante family is continuing. It's going into this 1700s here, which is nice. Like, I hope that it continues to show me different generations because that is what matters to me. So it's a theory, it's a running theory that I got a burp. I've been nauseous too. Okay, so don't mind me. I'm a little sick, guys, but you can't catch it to the screen. Okay, so Elvis Scott Timmons is on the same line as the Dennyveg HRH McLean clan bloodline of 5 lines. MacDonald, McLean, Macquarie, McKinnon, Fraser, Timmins, 19th clan chief. From Shetty Camp, Nova Scotia, Canada, and he is currently living. He is somebody that is on my statement of life birth as a father. I've never met him in person in my memory. And he left the woman that raised me in 1989 when Children's Aid was involved in our lives. And he moved to Australia in 1997 with this woman, I'll zoom in, Carmel Gigante, aka Gigante, who, by the way, was much more beautiful and poised when she was younger. She is actually a very nice person. She was a great mother. She's got a good sense of humor, as you can see. And she is Italian, Italian woman. And she was born in Glenroy, Victoria, Australia, where her dad was living at the time that she moved back there with my father. And the running theory is that she's my mom because I actually have a portion of Spanish and Italian ancestry, ethnicity, and it's on a maternal side. Based on my True Ancestry account that we were researching the other day together, guys. We're looking at royal haplogroups, and in those haplogroups, it included what was it including? Did it include Spanish? Anyway, it included a bunch of different haplogroups. I think one was Portugal, one was, I'm gonna have to look back now. But anyways, I do share parts of Italy and Spanish. And so she is Italian. The woman that raised me is not Italian. She claims to be German. She claimed I was Métis when I was born. She claimed that my dad was Métis. And there he is there with my late older sister. He's blowing out candles with her. And yeah, so I'll just zoom in because I haven't seen him in a long time. Actually, I can't zoom in any further. Can't zoom in any farther, guys. I can't zoom in any further. Okay, I'll zoom out. Yeah, so there's that. And yeah, he was born in Shetty Camp, Nova Scotia, Canada. He's Canadian, and he comes from a long line of royal clans, 5 lines. Now the royal clan of Dennyveg. So Dennyveg HRH. So sorry, Dennyveg is separate from HRH McLean. And the McLean bloodline 5 lines actually came from a support group for the Royal British Monarchy. So my family were helpers to the royal family. And so that's where they get the HRH from, as well as we do share a bloodline of royal descent. And that's never been officially, I don't think it's ever been officially recognized. So our family are unrecognized royal members of the House of England. I don't know why our family wasn't recognized and why we were seen as helpers and not part of the family. But that is kind of the history of that line. And you can see where the line goes. I'll show you where it goes to the royal clans. So it starts with actually my daughter, Elizabeth, goes to me, my dad, my grandpa, my great grandpa. Let me zoom in a little bit more. Then it goes to my relative Margaret May Fraser. If I click on this, I think it brings me to the Fraser line again, which branches off to the McDonald line, which branches off to the McLean family. If I click on this, goes to David to McLean, Fraser McLean. And look, there's another potential thing. It says, we think we found a father for David too. Grad of Edinburgh University, Scott to Weber, MacGarroch line of McLean. McLean left a will. He was a surveyor, magistrate, and elder in Presbyterian Church. Emigrated in 1784. His mother was Isabella Fraser from the Hector. So let's review these details together. And let's exit out a little bit because it's shaking. So I'll just say yes. Potential father, yes. Alexander McLean. Okay, so that is my dad's side of the family. Now, I always was raised that Carmel Gigante was my stepmother. However, because I realized that I'm part Italian and she had three other kids with my dad that are also Italian that look like me, I got the idea that she's my biological mom. She kind of is pissy about that. And I don't know what else she's angry about me for, but she's angry at me and she won't talk to me. I don't know why. And I used to have her last name on my Facebook because I love her and I care about her and I see her as a mother figure. I respect her a lot. But she got angry and she told me to take the name Gigante off my Facebook. I don't understand what happened. I never did anything wrong to her. We never had discrepancies or debates about anything. And suddenly I got this random message from her once that said, don't talk to me anymore and take my name off Facebook. I I don't understand. She never explained to me what happened. Um so anyway, the Timmins line is a long line of royal house, um, from Scottish and Irish and English descent. Gigante is, I think I got a hair in my mouth. That weird. Okay, so Gigante family is a long line of Italians from Italy and New York and Australia. Um, they are a very infamous family. I can look them up with you guys. My family is kind of mobster. And if you don't believe me, let's look it up together. Gigante. Gigante. Italian Gigante family. So here's a bit of history. Okay, so Vincent the Chen Gigante, 1928 until 2005, was a powerful Italian American mobster who ran the Genovese crime family in New York from 1981 to 2005. Known as the Odd Father, he famously feigned mental illness. Let me zoom this in. He famously feigned mental illness, wandering. Oh my God, excuse me. I'm so not feeling well. Okay, but I'm going to keep going. wandering Greenwich Village in a bathrobe to avoid prosecution while controlling a vast criminal empire. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gross today. But you know what? We're all human. We all get sick. So, key members and backgrounds: parents Salvatore Gigante, watchmaker, and Yolanda Gigante, who was a seamstress, were immigrants from Naples, Italy. Brothers in crime were Mario Pasquale and Ralph Gigante, were all involved in organized crime, specifically the Genovese family. The brother, priest. Luis Gigante was a Catholic priest and city councilman. Son Salvatore Sal Gigante followed his fathers into the mob. So, yeah, that's a little bit of historical information about my family. And I can show you the meaning behind the Timmons last name. So, Timmons surname meaning. So, here we go. The surname Timmons is of Irish and English origin, acting primarily as a patronymic, son of, or habitational name derived from personal names like Timothy, Thomas, which is Irish for Mac Twyman, or the Gaelic Otaimain, descendant of Tyoman. It often means son of Twyman, a pet form of Thomas, or represents a variant of Timothy, which translates to honoring God from the Greek Timotheos. It's pretty cool, eh? And there are some variants of the name spelling. So it can commonly appear as Timmins with an I, Tims, Timpani, Timmings, and Simmons. Geographic distribution is usually in the United States, Ireland, United Kingdom, and Canada. So pretty cool, eh, guys? And notable individuals would be Andy Timmons, who's an American guitarist, Jeff Timmons from 98 Degrees, and Luke Timmons, who's a journalist. So I knew about Jeff Timmons. My family always told me that I was like we were his cousin. But I didn't know about Andy Timmons or Luke Timmons. That's new. I'm learning with you guys. Okay. So let's see if we go to the vertical. Let's see if we can find any of those names in the family line. We've got Carmel Gigante. We've got Achille Gigante. Or if I can zoom in a little bit so you guys can see more. Achille Gigante from Naples, Italy. So his family would have branched out. So his family members, his children with Carmela Gigante are Anna Maria Casal, Alfred Louis, I think Luigi Gigante, and Gennaro M. Gigante. And then Carmela's siblings, Tedesco and Vincenzo Tedesco. And Tedesco, Ciro Tedesco, married Dorothy Margaret Tedesco. And then if we stay on the maternal side, Vincenzo's mother was Concetta Marigliano. Ugh, my language skills suck. Joseph Tedesco was his father. His stepmother was Teresa Abligano. And then my grandmother's, my grandfather's side, the paternal side would have been Antonio Gennaro Gigante from Naples, Napoli, Campania, Italy. And his wife is Anna Monteriello, and Antonio's other wife was Teresa Catapone. And then we go up here and we see Alfonso, Giuseppe Raphael Gigante, and Antoinette Sibilia. Then we see Pasquale Gigante and Lucia, Anna Carolina Canzanella. And then from here, we got Angelo Gigante and Sabata Di Martino. Hold on. Sabata Di Martino. Martino with a trill. It's Italiano. Italiana. Okay. So far we haven't reached the pinnacle point of finding those mobster family members, but we do have a geographical area that's similar because Todisco is in Naples, Italy, which tells me the cousins of Todisco, the cousins of my mother, Carmel, are the mob family. So not my direct ancestors, but like my cousins, like probably my second or third cousins are or were or currently are futuristic mobsters. Uh, Especially like with knowing that they are from Naples, Italy, born and raised, and then moved out of the country to the USA. Okay. So, and the mob crime family that is infamous in New York would be, it's the New York mob Italian. So, Gigante. So, yeah, we come from the same family name, same geography, probably the same bloodline. It's just a matter of finding where that connection lies and how far away or how close it is. So then I want to see my DNA matches. Okay, so also I want to make sure everybody knows there's Kimberly Ann Schmidt Chalet. That's the woman that raised me. See if I get a close up. She raised me. She has blonde hair. She was born in Galt in 1965, April 15th. Or actually, she was born April 18th, wasn't she? Why does it say 15th? Damn it. Her birthday is wrong. I have to edit that. So let me edit this with you guys here. If you want to edit something, you click on these three dots, go to quick edit, then you can easily change a person's birthday if you notice that there is an accidental error. For her, she was born April 15th, April 18th, blah, blah. And Scott was born in July 15th, so his birthday is not listed. So July 15th, 19. She was born in 1965. He was born in 1968. Okay, so I'll save. And so as you can see, these green leaves on the people on the tree are hints. If you click on it, it'll show that it's a hint and it'll say view all hints for this person. For any DNA matches, you will see a blue round symbol with a DNA marker on it. That means it's a DNA match. Usually it will be white and blue, like a little bit clearer white before you attach the match and confirm the match, but it will show as a different symbol, a similar symbol, if it's a DNA match that's not confirmed. So here you can go to tree viewing options, and then you can turn on through lines icons, turn on possible DNA match icons, And you can turn on connected DNA match icons with also relationship line labels. Always view all spouses, and then your DNA. Make sure you show that your DNA relationships is using your DNA test that is attached to your tree, so you can see where your through lines, possible DNA matches, and connected DNA matches are. You can make comments, and you can choose if you want dark or light mode, whatever is better for your eyes. And you can close it. So these symbols with the little people on it, these little family people, that means through lines. And underneath it'll say add DNA matches descending from Elvis, which is locked because I don't have a subscription. But these are my children. So that's my stepdaughter. That's my stepdaughter. That's my 10-year-old. That's my 2-year-old. The 10-year-old lives with my abuser. My 2-year-old, she lives with her adoptive parents. She got adopted. And Chanel's in her 20s. She's grown up. She lives by herself in Toronto in the TO in the 6. This is my late fiance that committed suicide, Richard. This is me. This is my 2-year-old's dad, Gunnar. He sexually assaulted me. That's how she came into this world. But me and Richard planned Cabria Amira birth, and we named her a year or two before she was born. When we got engaged, we chose her name. So while I was staying at a women's shelter for a while, I was trying to escape my abuser that is now raising her, actually. Which you'll hear more about that in my speech for the International Women's Day event. So now if we go to DNA matches, maybe I should do this in a different video. Should I do this in a different video? Actually, no, I want to explain a lot of stuff that's on here. So through lines, if we go to through lines, this this is where you see all your DNA matches to your ancestors and to the people in your tree. So as you can see, Elvis, Scott, Timmons shows up here, and so does Carmel Gigante. When I hover over them with my mouse, it shows 0 DNA matches, okay? However, if I go backwards, let me scroll all the way down. Anne Ingram. I have 58 DNA matches to Anne Ingram. And this person is descended from Scott. Elvis Scott. His first name is Elvis. Even on his birth certificate and on my statement of live birth, his first name is Elvis. So it'll show you what the DNA connections are to that ancestor. I have a lot of them that are from Elvis. So there's 58, 61, 175, 232, 132, 82. The list goes on. I have a lot of DNA matches to him. As far as my family, Italian family, that's Jimmy Tins. It's hard to find any matches because there's not a lot of information on the tree about my Italian family. And I think a lot of them don't do their DNA because the family is involved in so much crime. Our ancestors, our relatives, our cousins, aunts, uncles that are, not connected to us are in these crimes, and they don't want their DNA anywhere, right? So I don't think they do DNA tests. So I might not find a whole lot. But my genealogist team hopefully will find more than me. So also if I go to matches, these are the people that match to me directly. As you can see, I match myself as self. I have 3,489 centimorgans and 100% shared DNA. Then I have Elise Hasty, who is sharing 1,131 centimorgans over 16% shared DNA. She's most likely my grand aunt, not my half aunt or my full aunt. She's my grand aunt. Based on her age and the level of centimorgans and shared DNA, she's not my aunt. When I originally did my test, it said could be first cousin or half aunt. But when I did the research, it came up that actually she's a grand aunt or first cousin. So it was also presented to me that she is more likely my grand aunt based on these statistical mathematical equations here. And then this is her family line: Ava, Charlotte, Adolph, Barbara Mooney, and Elise Hasty. So it would be Elise Hasty, her mother is Barbara Mooney, and her grandmother is Ava Charlotte Adolph. I mean, that's just what she thinks. I don't know if it's true. And then here are a couple other first cousins, my extended family. More first cousins, second cousins. I really find that this woman looks like somebody I already know. So she literally looks like Tanya Skafar of Slovenia, who lives in St. Jacobs, who is the sister of Anton, who is raising my daughter, Amira. She looks like Tanya. I like this picture. This is her married picture. I don't know if it's actually her or if it really is Michelle Warville. They look alike. They could be sisters, they could be cousins, which means I would be related to the man that is raising my daughter, if it's true. She does look like them. This is her family history. This is my family. Aren't these beautiful pictures? Look at this. This is her DNA ethnicities. Researching family trees. Adolf. Pretty cool. I love looking this stuff up. I probably should have like Xnate on the non-privacy A, but people can everyone everywhere can seemingly like uh film anyone anywhere, video or audio anywhere these days. So that's the difference of doing things online. If you can post things online from people in person, why can't you just post stuff that is actually factual and like real instead of like making stupid videos about people, just making them look bad in a bad moment of their life, right? I just think people need to be more considerate. But anyways, on my DNA page, you can see summary, origins, matches, and traits. This is my ancestor origins. I don't know if you can see this, ancestor origins. I have 12 regions. So 12 regions is Hebrides and Western Highlands, Scotland, Central Scotland and Northern Ireland, Southeastern England and Northwestern Europe, West Midlands, Brittany, France, Connaught, Ireland, Southern Wales, Southern Germanic Europe, Denmark, Munster, Ireland, Northwestern Germany, Leinster, Ireland, and then there you go. Then I also have two journeys here. You can click on them. So if I click on Canadian Maritime Acadians, I can view this on my timeline. Should give me some information. So, see more people. part of this journey. This is pretty cool. So if I want to look at my other journeys, ancestral journey over time, which parent passed it down? So my mother passed down my Canadian Maritime Acadians. View journey by parent. So my dad apparently isn't listed yet, unassigned. I guess only my mother is assigned so far to these. They don't know my dad's side of the family yet. All right, so that'll probably be updated in the next update. These are, so this is called a chromosome painter. Chromosome painters, what are your regions in your DNA? Well, with the chromosome painter, you can see for yourself, we've painted your chromosomes, the colored bars, with the regions they're associated with. Select a region to highlight. So all these little parts that are gray, that means they still have yet to be tested. All these little parts. So they'll be updated. Parts of them will be updated throughout every DNA update. And there's ones on this side too. And the ends of all of these. So it's a lot to be tested. There's even some in the middle here. It's not tested. And that is made up of two different ones. Okay, so then regions by parent, you can look at what they gave me here, detailed comparison. Regions may be passed down unevenly or not at all. And you can click on tell me more. You can look at matches split by parent. You can look at matches here. It says which side. I think I have peanuts in my mouth. I was eating chocolate covered almonds and glazed cashews and stuff. And I think I got some stuck in my mouth, in my teeth. Okay, so paternal side, 7,029 matches. Maternal side, 16,739 matches. Both sides, 23. Unassigned, 458. Okay, so this is my DNA on ancestry.co.uk. There's a lot of other things to explore on this website. Feel free, if you guys haven't done ancestry.com or ancestry. Whatever is convenient for your country. If you need help navigating, by all means, continue looking at my videos. This is genealogy number 4. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.